So we're on Highway E right now. We just went through the little tiny town of Eldridge, Missouri, and we're about to take a left onto a gravel road. I came out of Springfield this morning, but to get here from Lebanon, Missouri, you go north on Highway 5 for about 7.5 miles. And then you take a left onto E, which is where we are now, and you go about 5 miles. Now E is curving to the right, and we're going left onto Katy Lane. You can see some mailboxes there. And there's the sign for Katy Lane, K-A-T-Y. This is a gravel road, obviously. And we'll go a little over a quarter mile, and we'll see the property on the right side of the road. I'm going to go kind of quickly here, and my old truck is going to make some clanging noises. I'm not driving my normal truck. It's on loan to a friend who had a bad accident, so I'm in one of the work trucks today. And as an interesting side note, interesting to me anyway, this truck is internet famous. So there's a video of this truck when one of the guys was driving it that I guess you'd say went viral. But he was driving it, and a bear came out of nowhere on the highway and ran directly into the side of the truck, and it kept on going. And it was okay, I guess. And a highway patrolman happened to be behind our guy and got the whole thing on video. So if you do a Google search for bear runs into truck, you'll see our little gray extended cab truck with our guy Cody driving it. And yeah, you could see the bear come right out of nowhere, run directly into the side at full speed. The truck's going full speed. The bear spins around and he keeps on going. Dented up the truck pretty badly. When we called the insurance adjuster, I forget what our insurance company is, but when we called the adjuster, she was in Illinois, and my fiance said, yeah, a bear ran into the side of the truck. And the adjuster said, is that a silver truck? I just saw the video for that on Facebook. So that's our brush with fame anyway. Okay, so we've gone about a quarter mile. I don't know, you probably saw it in the video. We passed a little mobile home, and now we're looking for the driveway on the right. A little over a quarter mile, and it's basically the first driveway on the right. You'll see it here. You can see a garbage can. We had this property basically out on lease to a gentleman, and he moved that portable cabin in that you'll see in a second. That's not our property. And there's his tractor, but his lease is over, and we've decided to go ahead and sell this property, so it is vacant. It's got frontage on Katy Lane right there, and you'll find power and phone adjacent to Katy Lane. This is a nice flat area up on top. I mean, you can drive to this property in any type of vehicle. The road we're going to go on, you'd want a four-wheel drive truck or SUV or whatnot. If it's dry, you might not need one, but it's just safe to say on this road we're about to go on, you will. Now this is a private driveway now. We're on the property. You can gate this if you choose. I'll just hop out here so we can see. So we're looking down the private driveway. You'll see that cabin in a second. That's not part of the property, like I mentioned. It's just a portable cabin. We've got this flat area here. It's a little chewed up right now. The neighbor had his tractor over here, but this is a great kind of a circular drive. I mean, you could pull in. The guys were just in here with the big dually and the 40-foot trailer, and they pulled in and out no problem. So if you drive a semi or have a big trailer or RV, you can actually get onto the property. It's a good deal. And now we're going to head down kind of to the west, to the northwest or west on the property. And we're going to end up at a super cool spot where two little creeks converge. You see the road goes to the right as well. Once that cabin's removed, that road just goes right through and meets back up with this road. So if you like a cabin like that, I believe that one's from a place in Lebanon. Like I said, that will be removed hopefully fairly quickly here. That's not our cabin. You can see some good timber on this property. It was logged a couple years ago, but it was just select cut. They left quite a bit of timber. Our guys came in and opened up a couple small sites here and there. But other than that, there are a lot of trees left. You can see kind of an open area here. This can be mowed out or weed whacked with a tractor or whatnot. The guys clean that up as another potential building site. It's really pretty. Nice view off to the north. Oh, I haven't been doing any pictures. I usually try to take a couple pictures while I'm doing the video, and I completely forgot. There, picture. Beautiful, beautiful property. So like I said, we're only probably 15 minutes out of Lebanon, which is a good-sized regional city with a lot of employment, plenty of shopping, and restaurants. And if we go to the north, we're only about 20 minutes out of Camdenton, which is another good-sized regional city, and it's kind of the main city at the Lake of the Ozarks. So you're only about 20 minutes from the Lake of the Ozarks, which is an enormous lake, great for fishing, great for any kind of water recreation, from tiny little boats to yachts. I mean, it's just a great lake. You can fish for just about anything in there. You can scuba dive. So, I mean, you could set up your home base here and have your boat in the water in half an hour up there. It's great. We saw several deer out here earlier today. One little buck. The guys were running the bulldozer, and the deer were coming to check it out. So like I said, this is not an easement road. This is a private driveway on the property. It's sort of a gradual slope. You could build up by the road. You could build a dozen different spots that we've seen already. It just depends on how private you want your structure or your campsite to be. I'm going to stop and just take another photo. Obviously it's winter and most of the leaves are off the trees. Otherwise it's a beautiful valley of greenery out here. Greenery, that's a thing, right? So we're about at the base of this hill, and the guys just earlier today discovered that there's a wet spot where this creek bed crosses the hill, and they sunk down in it. They told me to stay right or left. Seems like right would make sense. So I'm going to put it in four-wheel drive to be on the safe side, and I'm going to charge through this deal with a little speed. Okay, yeah, it was soft, but it wasn't horrible. Probably your best bet, depending on what the weather's like when you get out here, it would be to park up there by Katy Lane where we pulled in the flat area, and kind of explore on foot or with the four-wheeler. It'd be a bummer to be, to get out here at 8 o'clock at night and get your vehicle stuck down there. This is where we saw the deer, but you'll see deer all over the place out here. So what we're about to take a look at is this cool little area where these two small creeks come together and create a pool of water. And there's actually a natural waterfall on one side. Excuse me. One of the guys that was out here with us working today, he's lived and worked in the Ozarks for 30 years. He's worked on the land, and he said he's never seen anything quite like it. It's just gorgeous. Okay, we're getting close. And normally I'd probably park up here because it's easier to turn around. But just to keep the video short, I'm going to pull right down. And I think we can actually drive just almost to the little creek area. Yeah, we can. Okay, great. Excuse me. I've got the sun right in front of us, so I know that's affecting the video, but this is just really cool. Wow, it's gorgeous. That's one of the little creeks and the small waterfall. And here's another creek, small spring or creek or whatnot, and they come together here. We haven't done much exploring on this property. I've walked up this little spring a little bit, and there are several really cool areas, some little miniature rock outcroppings and tiny caves. There is a lot of exploring that needs to be done on this property because we've really only seen basically where we drove. That's all we've seen. Frogs hopping into the water here. I mean, this is perfect. Look at this. Great little place to take the kids, splash around a little bit. I mean, you won't see anything. You won't find anything like this. This is unbelievable. You've got live water coming in from two sides. Little cavern or something back there. I asked one of the neighbors. We got to meet a couple of the neighbors out here. They've all been very friendly. And he said that he's never seen these springs dry. Specifically this little frog there, specifically this one on the right. Well, there's a fish in that pool of water. Pretty good sized fish. Where'd he go? He's just to the right of that big rock. He's centered in the video right now. And he said he's never seen this larger spring dry in 25 years, which would explain why there is actually some living fish in here. That's really cool. In the almost 20 years we've been doing this, and the thousands and thousands of acres that we've had and sold, we've had two other natural waterfalls like this, but they were both part-time waterfalls. It'd have to be a pretty heavy rain for it to be flowing. And here, this one is flowing, and it hasn't rained for, oh geez, weeks out here. So yeah, it's safe to say this is pretty unique. Cool place to put a little cabin or a full-size house, or a destination spot to have weddings or picnics or campouts. This is really cool. You're talking about super clean, clear water right there. And I was able to drive here in a truck. So, a private, secluded property that you can get to. 15 minutes out of Lebanon, 20 minutes out of Camdenton, Missouri, in the Laclede Ozarks. I came out of Springfield this morning. I think it wasn't quite an hour and a half. It was maybe an hour and 15 minutes out of Springfield. I've never explored down this way. Like I said, I haven't explored much of this property, but you'll find big trees, you'll find oak, sycamore, hickory. I could see some cedar down here. You're going to find some cool stuff on this property. Beautiful area. The sound of that running water is just soothing. I just want to hang out here. I want to have a little campfire and cook some hot dogs. So that's the acreage where the two springs converge with the waterfall by Lebanon, Missouri. Big sycamore tree right here. All the leaves are off, but big trees. Beautiful property. Unique property.